On Carlos King's most recent Monday Night Live show, Claudia Jordan and Dustin Ross joined him to review the latest episode of
Martell
Love and
Holt
Marriage.
has been a
Huntsville.
central figure on Love and Marriage.
What stood out the most
Huntsville
was their
since
breakdown
the
of the
beginning
scene between Martell Holt
from
and
season
Maurice
1
Scott.
until now.
His presence has always been not only awkward but also
in positive ways,
because
but
it revealed
often in very
how quickly
controversial
Martell was
ways.
able to throw Maurice off balance.
Over the years, Martell has
the
built a
accusation
reputation
Martell
for being
made
the
about
one
Maurice
who cannot
and
stay
his
away
brother
from
Marceau
drama.
allegedly being with the
For
same
some
woman
people,
in Las
he is
Vegas
entertaining
became
to
the center
watch.
of attention. For others,
Instead
he
of
is
addressing
frustrating
it firmly,
because they see
Maurice
him as the
seemed to
cause of
fumble
so
his
many
way
through
through
the
the
conversation. Recently,
What made it
Martell
even
made
more
a
surprising
statement that
was that
reveals
Maurice
a lot
is a
about how
lawyer.
he views
Yet in this
himself
scene,
and the way
he
people
didn't come
see him.
across as sharp,
He
direct,
said that he
or
has played the
convincing.
villain role for so long
Claudia
that he has
and
actually
Dustin
wasted
become the
no
villain.
time pointing out how
Those
unusual
words
and
carry a lot
frustrating
of
it was
weight
to watch
because they
someone
show
with
both
legal training
self-awareness
be
and
outmatched
denial
in such
at
a
the
way
same
by
time.
Martell
When
Holt.
Martell says
Of all
he has
people,
become the
Dustin
villain,
especially
he
made
points
it
out that
clear
there
that he
used
was
to be a
annoyed.
good side of him.
He
In his
expected
mind,
Maurice
he
to
was
stand
once
up
able
for
to show
himself
people
and
his
shut
better
down Martell's
qualities.
claims.
He
Instead,
believes that at
Maurice
some point,
appeared to
people did see
intellectualize
him
the
as more than just
situation,
the troublemaker
trying to break
or
it
the
down as
instigator.
if he were in a courtroom.
But after years of being
He talked
attacked,
about evidence,
accused,
motives,
and judged,
and
he
theories,
says he
but
became
none
the
of that
dartboard
worked
that
in the
everyone
moment.
aimed at. This was not
After
court,
a while,
and
instead
Martell
of
was
fighting
not treating
against
the
that
conversation
image,
like
he
a
leaned into
deposition.
it.
He
That
was
is where
treating it like a
Martell
scene
admits
that
he
he
got
got
comfortable
full
being
of
the
laughs
villain.
and jabs.
This is very
Maurice's
interesting
approach
because
did
it
not land
suggests
well
that
with
he no
fans,
longer
and
sees the
Dustin
label
said it
as
was
something to
frustrating
fight
to see
against.
Martell win the exchange.
Instead, it has become part of his
it was
identity on the
unbelievable
show,
that someone
even
like
though Martell
Maurice,
admits
who
to being
prides himself
comfortable
on
with
being
the villain
intelligent
image.
and thoughtful,
He also says
allowed
that he does
himself
not
to
like
get verbally
negativity
handled by Martell Holt,
He
who
insists
is
that
known for
negativity
lies,
is not
drama,
something he
and
enjoys.
chaos. Claudia also
He
questioned
claims that in the
Maurice's handling
beginning,
of the moment.
he was not even fighting back.
She pointed out that as a lawyer,
he was not calling
he should have
people
been
out
able
or
to
trying
argue
to
to
tear
side
them down,
better.
or at least push
He
back more
explained that he was
effectively.
mainly addressing Tisha
Instead,
at first,
Maurice
not
seemed to
everyone
dance
else,
around the
but he
issue.
felt like people kept coming at him.
He avoided directly saying,
that
according
is a lie.
to Martell, no matter
I
how
did
much
not
he
do
tried
that.
to hold back, people would not leave him alone.
He entertained Martell's accusations
That constant pressure
with overthinking
eventually
and
made him lash
speculation.
out. This is where Martell's
Claudia and
perspective
Dustin
becomes
both
very
agreed that this was
complicated.
not the time to intellectualize
He says he does
or
not like
romanticize the
negativity,
situation,
but at the same time,
he
this was the
always
time
finds
to shut it
himself in
down
it.
firmly. The problem,
He says
as
he does
Dustin
not want to
explained,
attack
is that when
people,
you are
but
dealing
he
with
also
someone
admits
like
to
Martell,
taking
you
actions
cannot
that keep
afford
the
to
drama
come at it
going.
with theories and
For
alternative
example,
explanations.
he admitted that he brought the young
Martell
lady
thrives
forward
on chaos
because he
and
felt like
enjoys
people
seeing
were
others
lying on
squirm.
him.
By
In his
overthinking
mind,
and being
that decision
indirect,
was not about
Maurice made
causing
himself
harm,
look
but about
weak and
defending
gave Martell the
himself.
upper hand.
Once again,
At one point,
Martell framed
Dustin
his
even said it
controversial
was
choice as a
unbelievable that
reaction,
Martell
not
was
an
the one making
initiation.
Maurice look bad.
Because
For
Martell
years,
is not
fans of the
exactly
show have
known
seen
for being
Martell make
truthful or
decisions that
trustworthy.
appear messy or
To
destructive.
Dustin, it felt like a loss
Yet,
of credibility
when you listen
for
to his
Maurice,
explanation,
who should have been
he
able to
always
handle
sees
Martell
himself
with
as
ease.
someone who was pushed into those decisions.
What made the scene more irritating
He does
to
not
viewers
see
was
himself
Martell's
as the
fake
starter of the
laughter.
conflict. He laughed harder
Instead,
than necessary,
he sees himself
trying
as
to
the
make
one
the
who had
moment
no
feel like a
choice
joke
but to
and playing
respond.
to the cameras.
That difference in
It was a
perspective is
tactic that
important
annoyed
because
both
it
Claudia
explains
and
why
Dustin.
Martell does not take full
They said it was
responsibility in
cringeworthy
most
to see someone fake
situations.
laugh that way,
He
especially
admits
when
to
the
the
matter
actions,
being discussed
but
was
he
so
believes the
serious.
blame lies with the people who
Martell
provoked him.
claimed he
One of
doesn't
the most
lie,
telling
which
parts
made
of
Claudia
Martell's
laugh out
statement
loud,
is when he
because
admitted
if there's
that he did
one
not
thing
even
viewers
want to
know,
release the
it's that
interview at the
Martell
time
has a
he said
history
he
of
would.
lying.
Deep
The
down,
irony of
Martell
Martell
wanting
wanting
to be
Marceau
honest
and
while
others to
accusing
reach out
others
to
was
him,
not
talk
lost
to
on
him,
anyone
and even
watching.
apologize
Another
for
issue
the
that
lies
came
he
up during
believes
the
they
live
spread.
show was Maurice's
That
explanation
shows
of the
that Martell
accident.
was not only looking for
He
justice
claimed he hit
but
an
also
animal,
for validation,
a tree, and a pole all in
He
one
wanted
night.
to feel like people acknowledged
That
his
story
side of the
raised
story.
eyebrows, and Claudia and
He
Dustin
wanted
were
to
quick
feel like
to
they
say it
respected
didn't
him
make
enough
sense
to have a real conversation.
Dustin didn't buy it at all.
Martell explained that
He
if they
felt
had
that
just
Maurice
called
was
him,
making
he would not
excuses
have released
instead of
the
addressing
interview
the
at
real
all.
issue.
He admitted that it
Claudia,
took a lot out
on
of
the
him
other
to go
hand,
through with it
said she could
because he
see
did
it
not
being
actually
possible,
want to do
but
something
she still
like
agreed
that.
that the explanation
But
sounded
since they did
messy.
not reach out, he
For
felt he
many
had no
fans,
choice
the
but to follow
accident story
through.
was
This
not the
detail
main
is very
problem.
important
It was how
because it
Maurice
shows that Martell's actions are not only about defending himself but also about seeking attention. This did not happen. He danced around it. He does not want to feel ignored. Dustin pointed out that Morris's people to recognize his intellectualize and everything has become frustrating to watch. When that does not happen, he said that sometimes you just need to drop the theories and face the situation head on. His words, "Stop playing with me." In this case, Maurice needed to tell Martell that he sees himself as someone constantly and demand respect. He insisted that for years, Maurice chose to act targeting him while he has done nothing, which gave Martell the chance to dominate the conversation. Martell also made it clear that he does not want to be seen as someone who wants to destroy relationships. The worse it looked, even Kimmy, he said that he does not want anyone to think that he is trying to cause divorces or tear families apart. Viewers noticed her facial expressions and body language. That if people continue to come for him, she looked unimpressed with how Maurice was handling Martell, going lower and lower. At one point, She even told Maurice directly that Martell was not the person
every time
he was
Martell
trying to
feels
reimagine.
attacked, he escalates.
Maurice kept trying to
Every
paint
time he
Martell as
escalates,
someone hurt,
the drama
and
gets
lashing out,
worse.
but Kimmy shut it down
And
by
every
saying,
time the
"No,
drama gets
he's
worse,
not." The villain label
She made
sticks to
it
him
clear
even
that
more.
Martell
This cycle
is the
has
same
been a
person
major
he has
part of
always
Martell's
been,
storyline
someone
on
who
the
creates
show.
problems and stirs drama.
From his very
This is what
public
Claudia
divorce
and
with
Dustin
Melody
echoed
to
in
his
their
conflicts with
commentary.
Marceau,
Tisha,
they felt that
and
Maurice
others
was giving
Martell
Martell
has
too
always
much
been
credit,
caught in
too much
situations
benefit
where he
of the
believes
doubt.
he is defending himself.
By trying to psychoanalyze
Yet
Martell,
to the outside
he
world,
opened the
he
door
often
for
looks
Martell
like the
to
one
keep
stirring
pushing.
the pot.
Viewers
That
were
difference in
frustrated because they
perception
felt
is what
Maurice
makes him
should
such
have
a
defended
complex
himself
and
and his family
controversial
more
figure.
aggressively. If we
Dustin
look back
even
at
said that
Martell's
as a
history on
man,
the show,
sometimes
we
you
can
just
see
have
how
to
this
stand up
pattern
and
has
say,
repeated
enough.
itself over and over.
Another point that
In the
came up was
beginning,
the Sumi
viewers
line
saw
Martell
Martell
threw
and
at
Melody
Maurice
as a power couple.
Martell told him
They
that
were
if he was
building
lying,
businesses,
Maurice could
raising
sue
a
him,
family,
and showing the world
that
what it
bold
meant to be
statement
young,
shocked people
successful,
because Martell
and
knows
ambitious.
the rules of reality TV contracts.
But as the seasons went on,
as Claudia
showing their
explained,
marriage.
the cast
Martell's
members signed
infidelity
releases
became
when they
public,
agreed to be
and
on
that
the show.
single revelation changed
One
everything.
of the clauses usually included
Instead
is that
of
they
being
cannot
seen
sue
as
each
a
other
strong
for what
husband and
happens on
businessman,
camera.
Martell became seen
This
as
allows
selfish and
storylines
reckless.
to be exaggerated or twisted
From that
without
point
legal
on,
consequences.
every move he made was judged more harshly.
Martell knew
even
this,
after the divorce,
which is why he confidently
Martell
told
continued
Maurice
to be
to
involved
sue
in
him,
drama
knowing
with
full
Melody.
well that Maurice couldn't.
Whether it was about co-parenting,
Claudia pointed out
new
that this made the
relationships,
entire
or public
moment even more
arguments,
frustrating.
they could not seem to escape conflict.
Martell was playing with Maurice,
Each time,
and Maurice
Martell
didn't
would
even
claim
seem to
that he was
realize
only
that reacting to
Dustin's
Melody's
frustration
behavior
boiled down to one main idea.
But from Melody's
Maurice had every
perspective,
opportunity
Martell
to
was
shut
the one
Martell
who refused
down,
to move
but
on
he failed
and
to
let
do
things
so.
go. Instead of
This
defending
clash of
himself
perspectives
clearly,
kept their
he talked
drama
in
alive
circles.
season after season.
Instead
Outside
of showing
his relationship with
he looked
Melody,
weak.
Martell's conflicts
For
with
Dustin,
Marceau and
it was
Tisha
hard to
have
watch
also been a
because
big
he
part
wanted
of the
Maurice
show.
to fight back.
Martell has
Claudia
accused Marceau
agreed,
of lying,
adding that
of not
Maurice
being
should have been
honest,
able to use
and of
his
spreading
legal
rumors
training
about
to
him.
make a strong argument.
At the
but
same
he didn't.
time, Marceau and Tisha
What
have
makes
often
this
seen
whole thing
Martell
worse
as
is that
someone who
Martell
tries to
is not
expose them
exactly
and create
respected
trouble
among
in
the
their
cast
marriage
or the viewers.
Martell's decision
He's
to
known
bring
for being
forward
a
the
liar,
young lady
a
was
manipulator,
connected to these
and a
ongoing
troublemaker.
tensions. To see
He
Maurice,
felt like
who was
Marceau and
supposed to
Tisha
be
were lying
intelligent
about
and
him,
professional,
and so he
get
decided to
embarrassed by
respond in the
Martell was
harshest way
shocking.
possible.
Claudia and
Once
Dustin
again,
both said
Martell
it was a bad
framed it
look
as
for
defense,
Maurice,
but
and
it came
fans seemed
across
to
as
agree.
attack.
The more Martell
Social
talks,
media was
the more
filled
it
with
becomes
comments
clear that
saying
he
the
sees
same
himself
thing.
as misunderstood.
Maurice should have handled the situation
He
better.
does not
The
deny
larger
his
issue
actions,
here is that
but he
viewers
always
are starting
tries
to
them
question
back
Maurice's
someone else did
credibility
first.
If he can't
This
defend
mindset
himself
makes
in a
it very
simple
difficult for him
conversation,
to change.
how can he be
because in his
trusted as a
eyes,
lawyer?
He is not the problem. If he allows Martell to walk
The problem
all over
is the
him,
people who
what
keep
does that say
provoking
about
him?
his ability to stand up
Yet,
for the truth?
to many viewers, Martell
Claudia
looks
and
like
Dustin
the common
both made it
denominator
clear
in
that
all
the
the
scene damaged
conflicts.
Morris's image.
No matter who
the
he is
same
dealing
time,
with,
Martell's
the result
behavior
is always
reminded
drama.
everyone
This
why
brings
he
us
has
back
become
to a
such a
statement
disliked
about
figure
becoming
on
the
the
villain.
show. Martell is
His
not
fake
wrong
laughing,
when he says
his
he has been
arrogance,
painted as
and
the
his
bad
constant
guy.
need to stir drama
That
have made
image
him
has
difficult
followed
to
him from
watch.
season to season.
Claudia even
But
said
the
she
question
sees him
is,
as a narcissist,
did he truly become the
someone who
villain
enjoys
because others
playing in
forced him
people's
into
faces?
it? Or did he accept the role
Fans
because
agreed,
it gave him
saying
power
Martell
and attention?
is not interested in peace
The
or
answer
resolution.
might be a mix of both. He only cares about
On one
attention
hand,
and control.
Martell probably
the commentary
does feel
from Claudia
attacked
and
often.
Dustin also raised an
On the other
interesting
hand,
question.
he knows
What
that
would
being
happen
the villain
if Martell
keeps him
ever
at the
appeared
center
on
of
Carlos
Carlos
King's
King's
live show?
and that attention might be something
Claudia
he
made
has
it
learned
clear
to
that she
embrace.
would not hold back.
For viewers,
She would call
Martell's
him out for
story
his
is both
behavior,
frustrating
and
and
she would not let
fascinating.
him get away with his usual
He is a
tactics.
man who does not want to be hated,
Fans
but
said they would
continues
love
to make
to see that
choices that
because
guarantee
Martell would
he will be
finally
seen
be
as the
forced to
villain.
face someone who could match
He
his
says
energy
he does not
and
like
shut him
negativity,
down, but he cannot seem to
In
stay
the
away
end,
from it.
the takeaway from the Monday
He
night
wants
live show
respect,
was clear,
but he often damages
Claudia
relationships
and
that
Dustin
could
were
have
not
earned him that
impressed with
respect.
Maurice,
And they made that
his
known.
contradictions are what make
They
him
were
stand
frustrated
out.
with how he handled Martell,
He is not
and they
one-dimensional.
felt he missed the opportunity
He
to
is not
defend
simply
himself
good or
properly.
bad.
He is a
Fans seem
mixture
to
of
agree,
vulnerability,
saying Maurice
pride,
came across as
stubbornness,
weak,
and
while
pain.
Martell
Moving
once
forward,
again came
the
across
question
as
is
messy
whether
and
Martell will
manipulative.
continue
This
on
entire
this path,
situation
or finally
has
break
added
the
to the
cycle.
ongoing drama drama of love and
Can he
marriage.
step away
Huntsville.
from the villain role? Or
Morris's
has he embraced
credibility
it
as a lawyer is now being questioned.
His
Martell's
words suggest
reputation
that he
as a
still wants
manipulator
people to see the
continues
good
to
side of
grow,
him.
and Claudia and
He
Dustin
still wants
have
to be
positioned
respected and
themselves as
acknowledged.
voices willing to say what fans are already thinking. The tension between cast members, the contracts that shape what they can and cannot do, and the drama that unfolds on camera all remind us why this show keeps people talking.